Hi, welcome to the ZP Developer Zone. So this is a slightly unusual ZP Developer Zone because actually we have a company meeting this week. So I'm in fact doing it live, or I'm recording rather live in our company meeting. So I'm going to go rather quickly. My apologies for the background noise, but at least it gives you a little bit of authenticity. I mean, at ZP, we are, a fairly significant company. There's plenty of people in the business, and we're doing our, as I say, our company meeting. So I say here it's the 21st of March. I'll have to actually upload this because we're up in the mountains and the internet is really poor. I mean, 1 megabyte per second, so absolutely ridiculous. That said, let me go forward. We're going to talk about sensors for lead. And like I said, I'll try and talk louder than the background noise, so my apologies for the background noise. We'll talk about cleaning gold electrodes. I am going to talk about, we've got a client at the moment cleaning gold electrodes. Ammonium sensors, whether we're using ammonium chloride or ammonium nitrate. The quick answer is ammonium nitrate. And also about microneedles. Now, microneedles is something very significant at ZP. We do have a patent portfolio of 50 patents on microneedles, so I will talk about that as well. I will talk rather quickly because I don't want the background noise to suddenly kind of spill over here as people finish up on dinner. Now at ZP, we're all about sensor to API, so I am going to mention that there's a webinar at the end of March, and I think that many of you are watching this now. I'll make sure I put a link underneath this video. Please come to that webinar. It's going to be a real eye-opener in terms of actually how to commercialize, productize electrochemical assays. So we describe ourselves as kind of this like sensor to API company. What we mean by that is we want to measure things. Let's say one of the questions today is about measuring lead. Well, if we're going to measure lead, let's put that data in the cloud. So that's what we're all about at ZP. If we're going to measure something in the interstitial fluid using microneedles, let's put that data in the cloud. I mean, this is obvious statements in this day and age, but at ZP, we're all about sensor to API. This is one of the technologies that we have at ZP. This is the SensiAll platform. So anyone who's doing IVD, in vitro diagnostics, or point of need testing, like lead testing in wells in Bangladesh, for example, this is the kind of platform that would really reduce you down from years to months in order to actually make tangible products. As I say, there is a webinar on the 26th of March. Please come. We do one in the morning, one in the afternoon. The one in the morning is really all about, well, it's basically to cover that part of the globe where, let's say sort of from Western Australia through Asia, whereas the one in the morning will also cover Europe quite nicely. The one in the afternoon will cover a little bit of Europe and also the Americas as well. So I'd also suggest that you so choose the one that best suits your time zone. Again, if you see a link pop up, don't worry, I'll put the link underneath the video as well. I will go quick because there are sort of 4 questions to cover today. So don't forget, if you've got any questions about attending a ZP workshop on wearables or ZP workshop on IVD, in vitro diagnostics, don't forget to come to them. We do them every month. There's links that will pop up telling you where these workshops actually are taking place. So question number 1 was really about, do we have a sensor for lead? The quick answer is we do have a sensor for lead. It's part of our SensiAll platform. So SensiAll just means you get a sample, it could have lead in it, well, it will have lead in it. You take one of our spectrum sensors, you put the sample on there, you run the assay, the result appears on the phone, and the data goes up to the cloud. It's worth coming to the webinar on the 26th of March because it will really teach you about the ZP kind of manifesto. And the ZP manifesto is to say, look, we can get most people to market within 2 years as long as they've got the correct amount of funding. So we do have a lead sensor, and we're very keen to play into people who are serious about getting to market with new applications. Like I said, it's good that everyone's having a good time. There's a bit of a background noise, but don't worry about it, have a good time. I'll go a bit quicker now. Question number 2 is about cleaning gold electrodes. I think this person's been very good. It's very nice when people ask us a technical question and then give us quite detailed slides about it. First thing to say is these videos, I will post these videos underneath the video as well. We've got old and new. So we've sort of changed or modified our suggestions about cleaning gold electrodes because I'm not quite sure that I'm happy with the way they're cleaning the gold electrodes. Take that gold electrode, put a mild acid solution on there, like 10 millimolar HCl, and then test its cyclic voltammetry. If your cyclic voltammetry looks like that, that's probably about 0.1 molar KCl in ferricyanide. If on the second scan it looks like that, then it is actually clean. The reason I bring it up is because I think the way you're trying to clean it by cyclic voltammetry is too harsh. By the way, it is working. The reason I know it's working is because this is just the CV and probably HCl. And I can see that before cleaning, at this voltage of 0.2 volts, you've got 2 microamps. After cleaning at 0.2 volts, you've got closer to 20 microamps. That tells me that you have actually cleaned it. But I'm a little bit concerned that you're actually damaging it, because this CV here tells me that this looks like silver. Now, before we ship all of our sensors, we absolutely check that there's no silver contamination, but I think you're introducing silver contamination onto the gold electrode through this lots of CV. This kind of way of cleaning probably works well with macro electrodes, where the reference electrode is far away from the working electrode, but it doesn't work well on these kind of screen printed electrodes. So if I was to back up slightly, there's going to be 2 videos linked. One of them shows one of our guys cleaning the gold electrode, and they only put the cleaning solution on the working electrode. So I think you're kind of essentially over cleaning it, and you're actually leading to plating silver from the reference electrode onto the gold electrode. So you can't do that basically. Question number 3, simple one. These people have been super kind. They've bought our ammonium sensors. When we generate our data, I think we're actually using ammonium nitrate. I hope that helps answer the question. I appreciate you coming. I think it's worth you just coming to that webinar at the end of the month as well. It'll give you an eye-opener as to how close you could actually be to starting to develop products. Question number 4. ZP, we're actually, it's in the public domain. We were the developers of the sensors behind a company that they went into liquidation. They were called PK Vitality, and ZP was the biosensor developers for them, but we actually bought all the IP. So we have 50 patents discussing. And if I wasn't on this retreat with a company, I'd actually have one in my office. But this is Microneedles on the back of a smartwatch. It's not just a rendering. We actually do have the technology as well. In fact, this is quite a nice quick video about it. I'm just trying to go through quickly to save a bit of time. So on the back of this watch, there's actually a microneedle array, and we can do this. Now, we're a little bit more selected these days in microneedles, because now this is protected by 50 patents. So we're really looking for people who are kind of well-funded and have a route to market. And we can do things, other analytes. It's not just glucose. We have a patent on ketones. We have experience on lactate. Obviously, we have formulations for calcium and all those other ions. But we are looking for that. What is that business model? How are you going to get to market, and how can we be part of that, getting you to market? So I'm sorry I've spoken rather quickly this evening. Like I say, we're on this retreat. It's a company meeting, but I'm going to contact us. So what I'm going to do now is I'll upload this video, and I'll put all those links underneath the video, so that hopefully it will help you. And if you've got any further follow-up questions, just contact us, and I'll try and do another webinar on Sunday, because this one I realize has been a bit quick and a bit rushed through, but we do want to do these webinars, and just a bit busy with the company meeting. Okay, thanks very much.